What's up guys, this is Christian from Low Rated Duelists, and I'm doing a quick video about my top 10 favorite normal monsters of all time. Normal monsters obviously were such a big influence in the early stages of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when the game first came out, when I first got introduced to it, when I was in, elementary school actually. Even though they don't really get played anymore, I still have a soft spot in my heart for all these cards I'm about to list. They are not in any order, except number one. Number one is, my clearly defined number one. The rest I just kind of put together in sort of a loose order of how much I like them, but it's not set or anything. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first card I've got is Cosmo Queen. Now, Cosmo Queen is a very cool card. It was originally in like the McDonald's promo set that came out like way back in the day. I don't know exactly what year, but I was a young kid. It was one of the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it was like the one of the most rare cards in the McDonald's pack, with Millennium Shield was another one. And it's just like a big beefy normal monster, 2900. And since it was so rare, like one kid in my class had one, and I saw it and I was just like, what is that thing? I've never seen it in the packs, I've never seen it in the show. What is Cosmo Queen? I thought it was super cool, and I have always really enjoyed that card, still to this day. Next one, Gigatech Wolf. Gigatech Wolf is a 1200 attack, 1400 defense monster from Metal Raiders. I've always thought like machine animals were kind of cool. I don't know why, if that makes sense. But it says an iron wolf with razor sharp fangs that can penetrate any armor. And just like Metal Raiders, he kind of like fits the name of that set. And he's a fire type. I don't know, that's kind of cool, even though, because you don't really see any fire, but he's fire type. So I just always thought Gigatech Wolf was a very cool card. All right, Luster Dragon. This 1900 beater is a beautiful card from Magician's Force. I just always thought it was really awesome looking. I remember I traded for one on an airplane. I was going to visit family, and the kids next to me, there were two kids who also had Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. They were just playing with them, sitting on their little tray tables, and I was like, oh, I have cards, and I went up in my bag and got them, and I was looking through other cards, and Luster Dragon was one of them, and I don't remember what I traded, I couldn't tell you, but I remember getting Luster Dragon that day. And this is one of the early 1900 beaters. Very, very cool card. All right, let's see. Cyber Falcon, yes, from Pharaoh's Servant. Cyber Falcon, again, kind of the machine animal thing, very similar to Gigatech Wolf. In fact, the stats are just reversed. 1200 defense and 1400 attack. A jet-powered hawk that travels at the speed of sound. Just really awesome card. I've just always kind of had a soft spot for it, really no special reason. Let's see. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yes. This is the tin version of Red Eyes Black Dragon. I think we all watched the anime as kids when this game first came out, and I just remember thinking Joey was so cool and Red Eyes was amazing. He is the kind of the stepchild of Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes, obviously, because he is the weakest one. And even his support to this day is the worst support. But look at that art. I mean, it's just, oh, he's so cool. I love Red Eyes. The Ferocious Dragon with a deadly attack. A very simple name, but a very, very cool monster. Red Eyes Black Dragon is amazing. Gemini Elf, another 1900 beater. This card is awesome. This was the secret from Labyrinth of Nightmare, the 5th Yu-Gi-Oh! Set. And it was the first, I want to say, I'm 99% sure it was the first 1900 vanilla beater. Elf twins that alternate their attacks, and it's just so cool. Like, Pegasus had them in the anime, I believe, at least Toon Gemini Elves. I think he played regular Gemini Elf. And they finally got released in Labyrinth of Nightmare, and I ran this card in my old school, like, traditional format deck for the longest time. That's just, I love Gemini Elf. Very awesome card. Zoa. Now, this is a card. I remember when I was a kid, somebody had bought the video game, The Falsebound Kingdom, and had gotten Zoa. And I just remember seeing it and thinking it was the coolest card I had ever seen. I love Zoa. Just the simple name, Zoa. Boom, like 2600, 7-star monster, a monster whose full potential can be achieved when outfitted with Metal Morph, and it becomes Metal Zoa, and it's awesome. But just the blue against the orange, and he's just like a cool, like, monster-looking thing. I don't know what it was about Zoa. I always loved this card. Thought it was amazing. Still do. Say Are You. I mean, good lord, look at this thing. It's beautiful. This card is another one from a video game, Dark Duel Stories. As you can see, I kind of had a soft spot for these, like, obscure vanilla monsters, like Cosmo Queen, Cosmo Queen, Zoa, and Say Are You, that came, like, in packs that weren't, like, just TC, like the sets you could buy at the store. Say Are You was a Bandit Keith monster in the anime, and it came from Dark Duel Stories, a mystical dragon that burns away the unworthy with its mystic flames. I don't know what it was about this card. I have always loved it, and I still do. Just the pink and the blue-green background with like that cool prismatic parallel secret rare from the video games, 2500 attack. I was just, oof, whenever I finally got one of these as a kid, I was beyond thrilled. All right, let's see. Oh yes, the Serpent Knight Dragon. Another one that's just amazingly cool. This was the secret from Magic Rulers. Back in the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Every set had 2 secret rares, not like 8 like they do now. And this was the one from Magic Ruler, which was the 3rd set in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. Just not the strongest card. Look at that art and that background. This guy's beautiful. Rex Raptor used him in the show, he was like his 2nd strongest monster after Red Eyes. Just such a cool card. A dragon created from the soul of a wicked knight. What an amazingly awesome card Serpent Knight Dragon is. I will always love you. And number 1, Tri-Horned Dragon, my sweet baby. This is the first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Secret Rare ever in the TCG from Legend of Blue Eyes. Legend of Blue Eyes 000 card number. An unworthy dragon with 3 sharp horns sprouting from its head. I remember the first time I saw this card, I fell in love, and I have always remained in love with Tri-Horned Dragon. To me, it is just like Will from this channel. Will from the channel calls it like poor man's blue eyes, or like the inferior blue eyes or something. But he doesn't know what he's talking about. Tri-Horned Dragon, it's not about the attack stat. It's about just the rarity of it. Not that many people had this thing, you know? Like, just the intimidation factor, the beauty of this card. Such an amazing monster. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid that glare that I keep getting right there, but it's kind of hard when the light source is just so. But Tri-Horned Dragon, man, amazing card. I love it. Clearly, number 1, my favorite monster that I've ever used in Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's it. I'll line them up, do a quick recap. There's glares. It's hard to do. Let's see what we got. Cosmo Queen, Gigatech Wolf, Cyber Falcon, Luster Dragon, Red Eyes, Zoa, Gemini Elf, Searyu, Serpent Knight Dragon, and Tri-Horned Dragon. I love all these cards. Definitely my 10 favorite normal monsters of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any normal monsters that you liked, or if if any of mine were the same as yours, be sure to let me know. It's really cool to find people who are like into these obscure cards. I know some of them aren't obscure. We got Red Eyes in here, but Searyu, Tri-Horn, Zoa, some of these guys that didn't really get their day in the spotlight. So yeah, please feel free to share. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sure there will be more top 10s on this channel in the future. We appreciate your support, and have a nice day.